The Xbox wireless headset is an official product produced and licensed by Microsoft and the team over at Xbox. It's an affordable option for most gamers, offers a really cool design and some unique features. But there is a few things you should know about this headset before you make your purchase. In today's video, we're going to go over a bunch of different features this headset offers and let you know if it's worth the $100 price tag. What's going on, guys? Michael here, and today we are going to be reviewing that new Xbox wireless headset. Now, the $100 price point for this headset is probably one of the most attractive things about it. For $100, you get a fully wireless headset, as in no cords, you get Dolby Atmos support, and you even get Bluetooth support. The headset itself will also work on a variety of different consoles. It works on the Xbox Series line of consoles, the Xbox One line of consoles, and then Windows 10 devices. They're kind of hard to get their hands on right now, at least at the time I'm filming this video, but I'll leave a link to Amazon down in the description below if you're interested in picking this headset up. Hopefully they have some in stock. The first thing I want to talk about on the actual headset is the design and the hardware overall on the headset itself. So in summary, it's great. It's a fantastic looking headset and the design is really nice. The headband itself is fully adjustable and it has some nice soft foam on the top of it. The ear cups themselves are incredibly comfortable. The one thing I will say is that they don't rotate, unlike some other headsets that I've talked about earlier in the channel. It's kind of nice that some of those can rotate back and forth. You don't have that on this new Xbox wireless headset. There's also these unique dials that adjust the game and audio volume on the actual ear cups themselves. More on those dials a little later in the video. The overall build quality for this thing, it's pretty much all plastic. There's some soft foam around it and some rubber and whatnot, but there's not really any metal on there, and that does kind of concern me for long-term use. That being said, it feels very sturdy. It feels like some higher quality plastic and even higher quality than some other gaming headsets I've used that have metal built into them. The Turtle Beach Cell 700 Gen 2 gaming headset is what I'm referring to here. That actually has metal built into the headband, making it less likely to snap. I actually did a video reviewing that and unboxing it if you guys want to check out that on the channel. It's another alternative headset, a little more expensive. Feel free to check that out if you want to, though. I'll leave an iCard here as well as a link in the description below. There's also a very adjustable mic that can be tucked away when you're not using it, and also an indicator light is built onto it as well. There's a mute button underneath the actual headset. There is a green power on button, and this is also what you use to sync the actual Xbox headset itself, as well as connect it to Bluetooth. And this is by far the lightest headset I've ever used. It's actually very comfortable in that realm of things. Because it's so light, it a lot of times doesn't even feel like you're actually wearing a headset. Overall, I do really like the design of the actual headset itself. I'm a little concerned about the plastic and long-term use like I was mentioning earlier, but it is very high quality plastic, so I don't think we're gonna have to worry about any sort of headset band snapping or anything like that. Props to Microsoft and Xbox team for the design of this headset. Let's talk more about those rotating ear cup dials and the overall sound quality of this headset. So things get a little confusing here. Bear with me, I'll try to explain it as best as I can. On the left ear cup of this new Xbox wireless headset, you'll be able to adjust how much of the game or the chat volume you want to hear. So turning the dial more towards the controller will actually make the game volume much louder in the headset itself. And then of course, turning it more towards the icon, the player icon, it'll actually increase the chat volume in the headset itself and lower the game volume. Hopefully you're still with me here because now it gets a little more confusing. On the right ear cup, we have the actual overall volume. So this is where you can make the volume of the headset actually louder or lower. So on the right ear cup, we make the headset louder and lower, and on the left ear cup, we adjust if we want that to be louder in the game or louder in the actual party chat. Kind of confusing, actually took me a little while to actually get used to that and kind of get the hang of controlling it. But hopefully you guys can understand. If you have more comments about it, leave a comment below and I'll hopefully be able to answer it for you. It is not like most other headsets. Most other headsets just have dials for the actual volume of the game and then the actual volume of the chat. Not the case with this new Xbox headset. Sound quality wise on this headset, it is absolutely fantastic. In fact, I can confidently say that this is probably one of the best sounding gaming headsets that I have personally ever used. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the best sounding, but it's one of the best that I've ever used before. So there's a variety of different sound technologies that you can actually go into the Xbox settings and adjust. The first one you have here is the Windows Sonic. You also get Dolby Atmos built into this, and then DTS Headphone X. I would recommend going into the actual Xbox accessories app and adjusting these based off of your preference. When I first put these on, they actually had quite a bit of bass, and if you've seen any of my previous videos, I actually like a lot of bass and pretty much any sort of speaker that I'm using. But in this headset specifically, I actually had to turn down the bass because it was just so heavy. Of course, there's a microphone here. Obviously, this is a gaming headset. You have to be able to talk to people while you game. It's one of the points of gaming. Now, the only way to actually mute the microphone is that button underneath the headset that we talked about earlier. Now, the mic does have an auto mute and voice isolation feature kind of built inside of it. I tested this out. You can adjust the sensitivity of it on the actual Xbox accessories app. You can make it higher or lower. Pretty much no matter if it was on high or low, anytime I would make noise in the background or have a speaker playing or something, I could see that my Xbox was still picking up the actual audio itself. So didn't really do much for me in my case. Mic monitoring is also a feature here. And again, didn't really work very well, pretty much not at all. If you've seen my review of those Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2 gaming headsets, you know that I'm a huge fan of mic monitoring. I pretty much won't really even use a headset if it doesn't have mic monitoring. And while the Xbox wireless headset says that this is a feature, mic monitoring is a feature built into it, it doesn't work whatsoever. Very disappointing, actually. At first I thought maybe I just had a faulty headset and that's why the mic monitoring wasn't working. But after doing a little research and Googling and checking out some Microsoft and Xbox forums, this is the case for a very large percentage of people who actually purchase the Xbox wireless headset. So if you're someone who likes mic monitoring, I would just be wary here before you make the jump on actually purchasing this headset. As I mentioned earlier, there is a microphone light indicator here. When the microphone is actually live and on, it will glow white. When you mute the microphone, the actual indicator will turn off. This is kind of the opposite of how I expected it to work. I thought if you press the mute button, then the light would turn on. It's actually the opposite case. The light will be on when the microphone is actually active and on. So I'm editing this video right now and I'm realizing I wanted to include a clip of the actual audio from the microphone on this headset. So here's just a quick clip of that. Hopefully this gives you a good idea of what you will sound like over Xbox Live, or I guess technically it's called the Xbox Network now. Whatever. This is how you'll sound when you're talking to people over Xbox using this headset. So again, all the audio from this clip has been coming from the microphone on the Xbox headset itself. Let me know what you guys think of the quality in the comments below. Of course, Bluetooth 4.2 is built into this headset, so you can connect it to your phone, your tablet, and you can listen to music while you are gaming. It's got about 15 hours of a built-in battery in the actual headset itself, and in my testing I found that to be pretty much true. It works for about 15 hours. You do get a USB-C cable included in the box. I did do an unboxing of this if you guys want to check it out. Again, I'll leave an iCard here and a link down in the description if you want to check that out. But huge props to Microsoft and the team at Xbox for putting USB-C on this thing. I love that we are starting to adopt that in more technologies. It's nice just to have to use one cable for pretty much all my technology devices. So the big question then is, would I recommend this and do I think it's worth the $100 price point? If your budget is $100 and you're in the market for a fully wireless gaming headset and you do not like or want mic monitoring, this is going to be a great option for you. If you are someone who needs mic monitoring in a headset, you can just throw this option out the window because it pretty much doesn't work at all. And it was probably one of the most disappointing things that I experienced when I was actually using this headset. So it's hard for me to exactly say if it's worth $100. It kind of just depends on what you are in the market for. This is what I will say. This is what I tell people all the time, whether they're my friends that I'm talking to in person or someone in the YouTube comments asking me a recommendation on a headset. If you're at all interested in this headset, don't be afraid to purchase it, save your receipt, and if it doesn't work the way you want it to, return it or exchange it for something different. At most retailers, at least in the United States, you get anywhere from 14 to 30 days to actually try out a product. And if it doesn't work the way you expected it to, or the features aren't up to what you were expecting, you can return it or exchange it, and there won't be a lot of questions asked. I will have a comparison video between this new Microsoft Xbox wireless headset and that other headset that I've talked a lot about in this video, the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2. It's a very long name for a gaming headset. I want to do a comparison video between those two because they are very similar headsets. If that's something you're interested in watching, be sure to subscribe and I'll have that video up hopefully in the next week here. I'd love to know your thoughts on this new Xbox wireless headset below. If you got it, let me know if you like it in the comments down below. If you're thinking about buying it, let me know what feature you're going to be buying it for most. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching my review of this new Xbox wireless headset. Thanks for making it to the end of the video, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.